6'3"
Summer Camp 2.0. We said
in interleague play during the regular season. Marmolejo sits 8th in DH. Spring for Trevor Bauer, 30-year-old out of who delivers 3-1. Leadoff walk for Crawford. Every day, how his body's feeling. This is 1-2 to Dylan Moore. That's fouled into the glove for strike. But the first out of the game as Moore takes a seat.
Will Smith's throw tailing towards the first base side of the bag and actually ends up.
Another 1-2. That one hits France.
Looked like backed up on him and put another runner on. Pitching coach Mark Pryor looks on.
Delivers 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded for Seattle. The improvement of command was one of the big reasons. Drives this ball to left center field. Back towards the wall. Corey Seager with another spring home.
Look at Carl's Jr. replay. A breaking ball that he stays on. Some pop this spring last year.
Way too true. 1-1. Turner. Yeah, never mind. Again.
And Seager did not disappoint. I wanted to make sure I was on the same page there. Lineup.
Breaking ball swung on and missed. 2 out.
Pitch tracking balls and getting back in.
Looking at next hit. Lux attacks the first pitch. Bouncing ball to White at first. Will feed Flexen. Ending the inning. Betts gets for Trevor Bauer. After first inning, they saw him throw just 11. As Taylor Trammell stands in, lays down a bunt to begin the inning. Smith pounces on it, throws open the second. But it's almost like already,
if you're going to shorten the game down to 6 or 7 a while in the minor league season for all these guys who haven't seen pitching.
Trammell
down there against Crawford, tailed on him. No chance to shut that part of the running game down. But right here, Will Smith gets on top of this one.
Well, really good defensively, but he had the second pitch. Fastball turn. That's moving back on it. Shy of the warning track. He's got it. 2 gone. Probably read the anniversary of the sports world shutting. Who knew what was to follow? Lejos. Betts over to hold him to a single. Need autographs. No more shaking hands with.
Oh, a couple weeks, maybe a month at the.
Fastball drilled the left center field. McKinstry sprinting to the track over his head and over the wall. It's a ground rule double.
Here misreads that he hasn't read rides at full speed.
Back to the pitch of the at-bat for Crawford. And another walk. Another bases loaded situation. Moore comes up with the bases loaded, a chance to ground ball to third. Turner's there, goes to second, and ends the inning. Mariners with a bunch of traffic again, but nothing to show for it. To the bottom of the second. Corey Seager's 40 home run pace. Pollock was on pace for 43. And up comes
rules in the clubhouse and around the team.
I'm just here to fill them in for you. Beatty's out number 2.
I'm the Reader's Digest version.
An opportunity with the Dodgers this spring. Two balls, 1 strike.
Almost every throwing hand.
Davidson down swinging. That's a quick inning for Chris Flexen. The Dodgers lead at 2-1. Pulled the first inning over with just 1 out. Ty France leads it off. 3, 4, and 5 for. France hits a fly ball to Mookie Betts. And the first out. First time. School mentioned he went to Mercer. He could go as high as first overall. And it fall into the Mariners at 11. Long way to go for Betts into foul ground off his glove. Stage of the year is not that he catches it, just that he
for the warning track in the wall, and usually when it hits leather with him, it's got him a little bit in the palm of the glove and kind of rolled up like
2-1 on Lewis.
The wall, and the other guy has to catch it and release it in a certain time. They can throw it up.
It's with the J. Oh yeah. I just didn't know that's how it was pronounced. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Get on some highlights.
Yep.
You got insight. Luis Torrens.
I've gotten a few messages from
Fakita Ridge Hill. Now to Trevor Bauer. A Navy SEAL That drops in for strike 3. Bauer 2-1 game. Bottom of utility, his willingness to play wherever. He knows to a roster spot. Chops his pitch to first. Takes a nice bounce for Evan White. And McKinstry is the first.
Best. It could be in a blowout game to be positions, not to think that he can play it at a
payoff pitch. Mookie Betts watches ball 4.
It's a scenario that we have seen so far in this spring often when this young man striker has been the
second most in a single postseason in big league. Should have been even better last year. That he was one of the most unlucky hitters in the National League. One out, a 3-2, just misses, and Seager's aboard.
That if you are specifically hitting the ball to certain areas hard.
There's Turner with 2. Devil's advocate would say it's not new. They've had their chance to adjust.
Yeah. I think it just becomes another skill that you can separate offensive players with.
Turner strikes out, 2 away. 91 major league games for Wilson.
Right.
At least that was a reputation for him. And the bat came on like crazy.
Well, the interesting that catches, let's say, 130 games on it here.
Oh. Runners will go on this 3-2, and he fouls it back. Sharply hit on the ground, but France gobbles it up and throws a strike across to get him. We've played 3. First couple of innings.
There are a few of those guys that still believe in you.
But Roberts will take it from him. Mark Pryor, the Dodger pitching coach when he was with Ogden. Walks White, and a 1-out base runner for Seattle. And a 4-pitch walk, pretty tight zone.
Robertson to show some poise.
That ball is drilled the right field. And Fraley with a long home run, clearing the glass with the grass burn.
Little hanging there at the end.
In the 7th round in 2000. On a 3-1, Crawford takes very high, ball 4. So a few walks and a homer against Robertization. Drafted by the Rangers, traded to
Justin Turner path.
Yeah. Swats a fly ball to right. Luke Raley's in there for Mookie Betts. Puts it. Ground ball punched to the vacated right side for a base hit for France. Reinheimer headed to third. They're at the corner. 4-2 game.
Dodger dogs, the garlic fries, nacho helmets, Joe door,
several hallways, all the way to the. In a lot of ways, like Julio Urias, of how quickly he got to the majors, much faster than he goes through the arm issues and misses Buenos Elias, and he's going to leave. Get it off the end of the bat. Jake Fraley drifting to his doesn't he? Extra fit, put a lot of work in this. Outside corner to get the Dodgers off in the 4th, 4-2. Tony Gonsolin comes into the game with the Mariners. He gets Lewis swinging.
Tony did not expect any payment at all, but if I was Canadian.
Votes.
More than votes, right?
A 2-2 to Torrens. Beautiful at 3.
That one's nasty.
Hard time seeing. Opponents hit 191 against out of Seattle for the first time on a 1-year contract. Davidson shoots the first pitch down the line. The lead off. Michigan was a starter from day 1 there. Serves this one in the left field, dropping in front of Trammell for a base hit.
Show up on the highlight film, but very effective. And the ones that he was fouling off were up and in. And
breaks his bat and a bouncer under the glove at third and into left. Davidson's headed for the plate. Trammell will.
Right off the end of the bat. I can't say.
We've talked about this a couple times, but how many of the. His hands in and pulls it up the middle. Nice lunging play by Moore. Steps on home.
Order a case of handles.
Figure out why. Second inning for Tony Gonsolin, who went 1-2-3 in his first inning. Evan White lifts this one. And Rainey. This is not very spring. Bouncing ball right side. Gavin Lux, in addition to hitting a double. Banged into the ground to a charging Lux, who will shovel it on to first, and a quick 6. A bit of a rainy night. Gavin Lux leads off the 6 and takes strike 3.
Hitters are trying to figure out when in a pitcher's delivery they should start their load.
He gets burned swinging. The fastball just explodes by him.
He's the kind of guy that you want a few at bats against.
With the bases empty and 2 out. The 6th Nationals a few years back. It'll dunk in, base hit.
2 out. Slide piece, low and away, outstanding.
Who didn't get a chance to celebrate. Braden Bishop puts it away and ends the 6th. Tied at 4 to the late. Here's 1-2. Cut on and missed, strike 3.
Another split change. With his love for cats, maybe you should call this year. He's still competing for the rotation, of course.
Bouncing ball kind of in a no man's land there. Estevez able to get there and throw him out. Heck of a pitch, the bottom of the 7th for the Mariners. On 2-2, James Outman. It's a ground ball up the middle. Hustle into first, but the throw beats him. And 1 gone in the. Really drives the ball to left center field. Braden Bishop moving back on it to the track.
Again, I think it's, the wear and tear on pitching.
In addition to the guys that you can
bullpen pieces that can go more than 1 inning. Have the nights where in the 8th inning you could have a setup where all of a sudden the guy on the mound.
NLCS final 2 1/3 perfect. Devin Mann. Another 2-2. Tries to lay off and does.